Hola, buenos días, soy Nico.
It's your girl back at it again, and guess what I'm doing today? I am complaining. Yes, I am complaining.
And today, as you can tell, I'm packing my things because I'm about to ship everything from Houston to New York City, and I'm tired, but I'm also bulk recording before I go to the gym. So let's get into it. We are going to be talking about public play gone wrong once again, and it's not necessarily gone wrong in the sense that someone's gotten caught, someone's gotten threatened again, because y'all know I cover stories like that all the time. Hell, I even covered a story where someone almost got arrested because they were in a parking lot, fitness poppy. But I'm just not understanding what the end goal is.
Hola, buenos días, soy Nico. From like a week in the future, I was bulk recording and sleep deprived, so I forgot to slide this in. But if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics. There are 3 tiers of different price paying and different perks. If you would like to help the channel out, it would be greatly appreciated. If you can't afford to do that, just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and that will definitely help the channel grow. Thank you once again, and we're almost to 21K subscribers. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will continue to bring you more content.
Because at this point, y'all are doing it in places that could really get you in trouble and or scar somebody. And I know whenever we have these conversations, y'all always bring up the conversation of stop bringing up the dialogue of protect the kids. But now I have to, because I've been seeing people making content in the toy aisle in grocery stores, in the board game aisle in grocery stores. And now we have someone who's in New York City who is filming content at a playground. And when people were rightfully saying, this is disturbing because you were at a playground, he began to say, it's 5 a.m. Y'all are so bothered. Y'all don't even need to worry about it. I'm just doing my workout at 5 a.m. and I decide to make some content. That is a children's playground. The fact that you are alone, it don't make it much better because you don't know who is going to come up at 5 a.m. But also, you are dropping DNA on a children's playground where children play and fall and tussle and run around at. And I'm not one of those people that come on here and go, think of the children. But even I, who don't have kids, am like, girl, you're just doing too much. And I understand that the market is oversaturated so that everybody's doing something outrageous and crazy to try to stand out with their content. But in this moment, what is wrong with you? Like, chasing a bag cannot be that critical to the point that you're not only willing to get put on that list, but also possibly scar someone's child. Because a grocery store child aisle, grocery store board game aisle, a playground, what about this brings a sexual connotation to the conversation? Like, why would you choose those specific aisles, those specific places, those very public open spaces to make content? And, you know, I practice what I preach. Any video you have seen me in, I have been in either a beach house, I have been in an apartment, in a hotel. Like, I don't believe in doing that and possibly harming somebody. So why do y'all keep making this the thing? And then getting mad when people say something about it. Like, no one with a sound mind that isn't maybe addicted to adult cinematography would co-sign this. And I'm genuinely just beginning to get tired of it because it's happening on the train stations. I've covered those stories. The train tracks, open streets in New York City behind like thin walls in front of a gay store. It's like, I'm not understanding. I'm genuinely not, especially because the people who make this kind of content, your videos aren't even doing that good. Like, your numbers aren't reflecting the danger you're putting yourself in to try to stand out. It's not worth it. And I normally come on here and try to see both sides to the story, but in this moment, there is no other side to it. But I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. How do you feel about creators now going out of their way to encompass public spaces, but now also incorporating public spaces that are majority for the use of children? Because at this point, it adds a stigma to our community that we've actively been fighting against, that you're willingly doing this to us. And I understand that the person who did Playground Play, I think he's straight, but this goes as a content warning to everybody. Like, it's not worth it. Especially because if you are caught, you will be put on a list. I remember everybody used to talk about some dude that would do like brazen things like in the middle of a hotel lobby and other very public, busy places. He just didn't care. He got arrested for that. Like back in the day, his videos are very popular. And when it popped back up on Twitter, everybody was talking about it with nostalgia. He got arrested and legally in trouble for that. Like, it's just, nobody takes it seriously until they're faced with handcuffs. And at the end of the day, if you're choosing to make content in these types of spaces, I genuinely want to see you behind bars. Nico, I'm one of those people that believes we need prison reform. Some of y'all need to be off the streets. It's just how I feel. And I understand it's rare that I come in here and just tell you how I feel, rather than giving you like a very educated opinion. But at the end of the day, if you're doing this kind of thing, I really think you should be behind the jail cell. But that's just me. So I definitely want to hear your opinions down below. How do you feel about content creators now risking it all for something that isn't even really that popular anymore? If I'm being quite honest, OnlyFans is still oversaturated. Like I said before even I started it, if you don't have a fan base and or a crowd that actually already knows you prior to, it's really hard to just grind from the bottom up. So I definitely don't think it's worth it. At least for public play purposes, it's just not worth it. But yes, definitely drop your opinions down below. Do you remember that dude that used to do that hotel lobby content that vanished after a few videos? The reason was because of jail. But do you remember those days? Because when that popped back up on Twitter, everybody was talking about it with such nostalgia and joy. And I'm sitting here like, he is flashing people. Like, this is scarring people. But yes, definitely drop your opinions down below because I'm at my wit's end with this one. Boop.
And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, Kenneth and Devrin W. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, especially to anyone who subscribes and watches my videos. Thank you once again. And this live stream's discussion is actually going to be based off of the Patreon exclusive video. So if dating and link up culture sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out.